Hi traders, welcome to the F Trader. I'm Kay and I'm going to give you another market briefing today. But just before we jump in, if you like this channel, please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Okay, so we were talking about gold and US dollar index, Bitcoin, silver, and the pound dollar and the euro dollar. I'm going to quickly jump into the chart of gold. This is a 4-hour chart. We've been talking about how gold's been going in a sideways pattern. We've had a massive sell-off. It's gone from about 1872 in yesterday's previous trading session to all the way down to 1829. So that's been partially because of the US dollar getting strengthening. Plus, there's been a lot of volume around the whole silver trading and commodities, gold as well, based on what's been going on with Reddit. I'm just going to show you guys, there hasn't really been that much technical damage in terms of charting, and I'll show you guys why now. If we look at a Bollinger Band, we've just come and touched the base again, and it looks like we're going to have another run off to the top side if this sideways pattern continues. So we'll just have to keep an eye on that. For those that want to take a long position, it's not a bad idea to take a long position here. Put your stops well below this Bollinger Band because we can have spikes like this where it's come out and caught people out. We actually got caught out on a long position there when we were playing the sideways pattern. Then the sideways pattern kind of stagnated a bit, but it looks like we're back in the game with the sideways pattern. So a long position could do quite nicely here towards the upside, towards the 1865 to the 1870. So that's gold. It's gone back into its sideways pattern. We haven't managed to break out to the upside. Maybe we'll break out to the lower side, depending if we can break the 1800s. Then we'll have some technical damage done to the charts and maybe a trend reversal. But in terms of, let me just show it to you on a daily chart as well. If you look at these two trend lines that I've drawn, we are kind of going in a sideways pattern towards lower lows, but we're not really doing those lower lows. I mean, I would like to see the lower lows to actually say that. I mean, we have done these pattern points, but not really. We're not breaking down. If we do start breaking down, then we can start talking about a trend reversal. But at the moment, I really see this as a sideways pattern. So we'll just have to play it by ear. But as I mentioned, the Bollinger Band taking a long position to the upside is looking quite nice. If we just quickly jump into the pound dollar, because of the selling that's happened in the sorry, not the selling, the strengthening of the US dollar, we've had a massive sell-off today in the GBPUSD, so the cable. We've touched that 20 EMA, we've broken through, and it's come back up nicely again. I think I'm going to take another long position, add to our long position that we took here. I'm going to add to another long position, hopefully for higher highs, and leave quite a tight spot, stop, I should say, there. But yeah, so that's that. I think there was more of a selling in actually the, yes, with the Euro USD. We did get stopped out. We took a little bit of money off the table, and this is broken through. In my opinion, there's more damage done here technically than it is on the pound dollar, because we've broken through quite a strong support that we had here and here. Now, we have to wait and see what's going to happen with regards to the selling, if it continues or not. But if it does for the next couple of trading sessions and then we get a little bear flag forming, we'll take a short position to the downside. But we'll have to play that by ear and see how that goes. But as we've seen with this pattern, it usually touches through the 40 EMA and starts going higher. It's kind of touched through, gone through. We'll have to see buyers come in really if we want to see that pattern continuation. But at the moment, I don't see that happening, and we're probably going to get lower lows. But we need to form that little bear flag before we take a short position on that one. If I just touch upon silver, it's just crazy, honestly. Looking at an hour chart, this is when all the rumors started with the Reddit. We've had this massive run up to the upside, and look, profit, just money's been taken off the tables, or I could say the hedge funds came in and maybe won this battle. I'm just going to quickly put a Fibonacci retracement on this one. If I just pull that up there, and just bear in mind this is an hour chart, But we have very nicely come down back to that 61.8% and actually gone through. So it'll be interesting to see what silver does here, if it starts forming a base or if this selling continues. If the US dollar does start strengthening even more, then we could see more selling coming through. And, we don't really see much support until we start hitting the 25, 26,000. Sorry, not 25, 26,000, 25, 26 dollar range. But that's one to see. I'm not going to be taking any positions with these kind of moves on silver. It's quite interesting because it's kind of formed a little mini shoulder, head, and other shoulders, or a head and shoulder there, and it's broken down. So that's another interesting pattern that we can see there. But so that's silver. I'm just going to look at the US dollar that I've been talking about, how it's been strengthening. I'm just going to a daily chart. So there we go, it's loaded. So if you look for the last couple of days, it's kind of been going up and up and up. I'm just really wondering, has this been a little mini inverse head and shoulder? So a shoulder, head, and another shoulder forming there, and it's just broken through. And if we take that it's broken through that, we could see the US dollar index going all the way to about 92, 92.50 range. So that'll be interesting. Keep an eye out. I mean, that won't be positive for gold and silver, but it will be positive in terms of our pound dollar that we're taking. We may need to turn that around and take a short position, but I'll keep an eye on that as well. Quickly, just on Bitcoin. So we've been talking, this is a 4-hour chart. We've been talking about how Bitcoin keeps coming and testing this support. It's kind of broken out here, and then it came back down. I'm hoping for it to come down to this support range before we take a long position in Bitcoin, but it hasn't really done that. Kind of buyers have been keeping it in the 33 to 34.5 range. I don't feel comfortable taking a long position here because it hasn't kind of broken out of this range too far up. It seems a bit undecided what Bitcoin's doing, but we'll keep an eye on that and we'll see what happens with that. Thanks a lot for tuning in, and I'll do another market briefing for you guys tomorrow. Thanks.